Hey guys, this is our literacy today that we're going to be reading a short story called Valentine's Tradition by Kelly Hashway. And some people maybe want to read it on their own, but I thought it would be nice if I would read it as well if it seems a little bit too hard for you. So listen to Mrs. Hagen read it. I'm going to zoom in so you can follow along with the words with me. Okay? All right, here we go. Mary, that's her name, stared at the giant cardboard heart at the front of the classroom. Mr. Mickelson had a new project in mind, and from the looks of it, it had to do with Valentine's Day. Can someone tell me what this heart is? Mr. Mickelson asked. Mary raised her hand. Is it a Valentine? Very good. Mr. Mickelson tugged on one edge of the heart and it opened up. Inside, it said, Happy Valentine's Day. Does anyone know how the tradition of giving Valentines began? No one answered. Mary had never thought about it before, but she'd been giving Valentines for as long as she could remember. In 1847, a woman named Esther Howland began a business venture, making Valentines. The tradition caught on and has been continued ever since. A woman started the tradition? Jason asked from the back of the room. That's right, Mr. Mickelson said. Were you thinking that it was someone named Valentine? Most of the class nodded. Well, Mr. Mickelson continued, the holiday actually began in other countries before coming to America. Valentine's Day was a day to celebrate Saint Valentine, a symbol for love. At that time, most people in the United States had never heard of Valentine's Day. Esther Howland received a Valentine card from one of her father's business partners in England. She loved the idea, and at 19 years old, she began a business here in the United States. She called her company the New England Valentine Company. People in America loved the idea of sending Valentines to loved ones, so the idea caught on. That's really cool, Mr. Mickelson, but why are you telling us this? Mary asked. Okay, that was our first page. Hopefully you found your worksheet and you're following along with me. Okay, here's our second part of the story. Mr. Mickelson's eyes lit up because for your next class project, you'll be coming up with a new Valentine's Day tradition. You'll have to think of something that will show the spirit of the holiday in a creative way. Mary's mind was already working. If Esther Howland could create the Valentine card business at 19, Mary could think of something for this project. Her classmates were volunteering ideas, everything from cupcakes with messages written in icing to paper airplane hearts. But Mary wanted something different, something that could really catch on. She thought about it all night, and on the way to school the next morning, when she entered the classroom, Mr. Mickelson was writing ideas on the board for the class to vote on, and Mary wasn't sure about the idea that she'd come up with. It couldn't be mailed or wrapped or even really given, and it didn't cost any money. But when Mr. Mickelson announced the last call for ideas, Mary raised her hand. What about a Valentine's Day song? People sing happy birthday and go caroling at Christmas. What if Valentine's Day had a song too? Just as she was feeling silly for mentioning the idea, her classmates began shouting, Yay, yay! Mr. Mickelson nodded. I think it's unanimous. We have a song to write. Mary smiled. She hadn't started her own business, but she'd come up with a really fun project that just might become a tradition in her school. All right, so you have now in your packet 2 pages of questions that go along with what Mrs. Hagen just read. And so those are the pages that you're going to do, and then you're going to make sure that you send me those 2 for your homework. All right, have a great day, guys.